This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Information on a vigil for a local teen killed last June, plus we have our daily news feature coming up. Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. I'm Ken Carr with your local information. On Sunday, a vigil will be held in Hazleton for a 15-year-old that was killed while riding his bike. Hector Padilla was hit by a truck at South Poplar and East Elm Streets in Hazleton last June. That intersection is where the vigil will be held at 4 p.m. on Sunday. Padilla's family and friends want to honor his memory and warn motorists to look out for bike riders while on the road. The truck that hit Padilla fled the scene. On July 27th of last year, Gabriel Hernandez Mendez admitted to driving the truck and turned himself in. Hernandez Mendez will be sentenced on Tuesday. A former hospital in our area has a new owner. Sam Galsky reports in the Standard Speaker that OB International Development of New York purchased the former St. Joseph's Hospital property on Church Street in Hazleton for $760,000. Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassatt says the new owners have been in touch with the city's code department, and the city did receive the real estate transfer tax. OB International Development has not released their plans for the property. Now here's today's news feature with Lisa Sugard.
The warmer weather is upon us, and that means we'll be heading outdoors. And I'm pleased to be joined today by Rudy Arceo, who is the founder and president of the Venom Institute, who has some great information to keep us safe when we are outdoors. Rudy, thanks for joining me. First of all, I must say, I didn't know we had a Venom Institute. You're in Northumberland County, right?
Correct. Yes. And it's a pleasure to be on here. And believe it or not, Pennsylvania and various areas, depending on where you live, we have 3 different venomous snakes in Pennsylvania: the northern copperhead, the timber rattlesnake, and the eastern Mississauga rattlesnake. 2 of them are more prevalent. The eastern Mississauga is on the endangered species list, and they're a small group of counties in western PA. But your northern copperheads, and timber rattlesnakes are throughout, Northumberland County, throughout the eastern PA, central PA, northern, in different patches. So there are definitely, and especially when you're hiking, you're enjoying the outdoors. I mean, today is a beautiful day. They're definitely out and about. They're coming out of their wintering dens, looking to feed and to continue their life for the rest of the year.
So now your organization provides education on all of this, along with reptiles, amphibians. You're a host of information. So tell us about what the role is of the Venom Institute.
So we have what we call the 4 pillars of our foundation, which is conservation, education, rescue and rehabilitation, and training. And so what that entails is we do outreach programming, we do in-house training for both the general public as well as with medical emergency professionals such as EMTs, paramedics, nursing staff, even some physicians, continuing education, and that is for snake bite. So what that entails is, what do you do before you actually arrive at the ER? What does the emergency practitioner, what are the protocols that they have to follow? What are the guidelines? What is the new information that's being provided as far as, treatment for snake bite and venomations? And there's also spiders and scorpion stings. Now here in PA, we don't have to worry about the scorpions. We just have to worry about mainly your spiders and mainly your copperheads and your timber rattlesnakes. So whether it be an EMS facility, whether it be Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, or even a general public foundation that does outdoors activities, we're there to educate on native wildlife as far as reptiles and amphibians, or even exotic.
Well, now, if someone watching today, is planning on going on a hike, are there tips you have for us so that we can stay safe in case we do have an encounter?
Yes, most definitely. Number 1, proper footwear. We're hiking. These guys have great camouflage, and you also got to practice, situational awareness. When you're walking, you're paying attention to what's around you, especially on these hiking trails. These rattlesnakes, when they come out, usually it's first light. They're basking, meaning they're coming out to warm themselves up, usually in a hot spot where the sun's coming through, or rocks, or even various wooded areas. They'll coil up. Copperheads, same thing. A lot of times they're out at night. They're hunting things like frogs and in rare cases of when there's cicadas, they love to eat the cicadas as well. So they travel a lot at night. So people like to go out their yard barefoot. So footwear is number one. Another thing is if you don't know what it is, don't pick it up. Take a picture. I don't use the ID or identification of the eyes and the structure of the head. And there's reasons for that, because other non-venomous species will use defensive tactics or even forms of mimicry, where they will mimic a venomous snake, such as they'll flatten their heads out and they'll look like a diamond shape. Non-venomous, they say they have the rounded pupils. Well, venomous snakes can do that too. When they want to let light in, they dilate their eyes and they're rounded. And quite frankly, who wants to get that close to a snake to look at his eyes? I never really understood that. Makes no sense. Just leave it alone unless you 100% know if it's a venomous snake or not.
Rudy, for somebody who's watching today, what's the best place to get in contact with you if they want any of your services or, educational training or anything like that?
We have our direct phone number, which is 484-525-3512. We're on Facebook as well. We have, which is Venom Institute Conservation and Education. We have a Venom Institute reptile and amphibian identification page as well. We're in the middle of reconstructing our website. The website is in construction, which eventually will be venominstitute.org.
Today's news feature is brought to you by The Cheese Store and more. Go to their Facebook page to see their specials and check out their catering menu.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service on Saturday. A 20% chance of showers after 2 p.m. It will be mostly cloudy with a high near 55 degrees. Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 45 degrees. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 74 degrees. Sunday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 49 degrees. Monday, partly sunny with a high near 67 degrees. On Monday night, showers likely, mainly after 2 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 49 degrees. We have a 60% chance of precipitation. A 70% chance of showers on Tuesday, mainly before 2 p.m., mostly cloudy with a high near 61 degrees, and Tuesday night a 30% chance of showers before 2 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 38 degrees. The Hazelton Area High School baseball team has a perfect 6-0 record in the Wyoming Valley Conference this season. The Cougars once again scored more than 10 runs in conference play in a win over Wilkes-Barre area. Kyle Peters was 3 for 3 and only allowed 1 hit on the mound for the Big HA. Now a list of home run hitters for Hazelton. Nick Biazzi had 2, Bryce Molinaro and Jank Diaz had 1. The Hazelton boys volleyball team beat Wyoming Valley West. Connor Wolf had 20 assists for the Cougars. In Schuylkill League Division I softball, North Schuylkill beat Pottsville to move to 5-1 in league play. Emily Slock-Havage, Cheyenne D'Angelo, and Morgan Dinger had home runs for the Lady Spartans. Coming up on SSPTV News, if you're dreaming of opening up your own restaurant, an incubator program in downtown Hazelton may be able to help. In sports, we do some heavy lifting with local strongman and chiropractor Dr. Dan Gavio.
SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of Peter Richard Dick Mulick, age 81, formerly of McAdoo. A memorial service will be held on April 30th at 11 a.m. at the Lamar Chris Funeral Home. Friends may call on April 30th from 9:30 to 11 a.m. at the funeral home.
Tonight's obituaries are being brought to you in part by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory, with 2 locations in Rockland and in Drums, 570-384-3312 or 570-788-0977, and go to harmonfuneral.com.